to link them to the Whoopty Woo Jammer, you know what I'm saying? And we in there. We in there.
Yo, what's up, world? This your boy, DJ Phoenix, representing Rockstar DJs, Next Level DJs. You are now tuned in to that show, Canna-Joe Morning Show, with your boy, Michael Ford and the crew. We got some of the best news, some of the best things for you going on today. Stay in, tap in. You know what we do, man.
I'm just a man on his way to the moon, wishing the rocket would go faster. All the stars remind me of you, yeah they do. I'm on my way
to. Like I said, welcome to the Canna-Joe.
Kids tripping over stuff, man, falling. Running from yard to yard, trying to race with a mask on, like you can barely see through the eye holes on top of it at its night time. I wonder how many kids actually wipe out running from yard to yard.
Oh,
that'll be the dopest Halloween bloopers video. It'll get so many views of kids wiping out, running from yard to yard to get trick or treats.
I was so mad. I didn't think in the cameras back then, watching like my sons and nieces and stuff. I mean, they'll be booking it and you'll see one go rolling down the hill.
Right. But see, that's what it's like, though. You know, I don't know. For us with trick-or-treating, you know, when Ezra was little, it slowed us down. But before Ezra came, Jeremiah was like 5, and he was still little, so he wasn't really trick-or-treating. And then had my cousins and stuff, and De Niro and Delano, we'll be racing from yard to yard, running from house to house, trying to get as many houses as possible, man, as fast as you can. But yeah, oof. Some kids take their time. Other kids, they be just bolting.
Man,
In the neighborhood. Yeah.
Don't even look to see if cars are coming. Just be.
Yeah, but see, that's why it's good. Like I'm gonna take them guys earlier, just because it's good during the daytime when you can actually see. But then once it's nighttime, like you can't really see kids running around. You gotta drive cautious too. Anyway, right. Good morning, you guys. Happy Halloween. Thank you for tuning in to the Canna-Joe Morning Show live. Today is Halloween. November 31st.
25th.
October 31st.
October 31st.
31st.
You guys are confusing me here. We're saying all kind of numbers. 25th of November. November 31st, Canna-Joe Morning Show. I'm Michael Ford.
I'm Alicia, the producer.
I'm sorry, man, and it's October.
October 31st.
For at least another day. Right.
A few hours.
Right.
Yeah.
So, federal commission considers changing how past marijuana convictions can affect sentencing for new crimes. Is this what I'm looking at? Is this what you got here, Var?
It is exactly what I have here. So, on Friday, the independent branch of the federal judiciary unanimously approved 14 policy priorities for an amendment cycle ending in May 2023. The cannabis item wasn't included on the earlier version of priority proposal list circulated for public feedback earlier this month, but it was added and adopted after President Joe Biden issued a mass marijuana pardon proclamation. And that is the amendments as to whether and to what extent people's criminal history for marijuana possession can be used against them in sentencing decisions for new convictions. Which I think is pretty huge.
That's big.
So I know one of the things like our 3-2 decrim law here.
Yeah.
you catch a possession, but if you catch anything federally, it'll still count as a point towards you. So yeah. And that's just because of the way our law is written around the possession, where you can be forced to go to drug court, which makes it not just like a petty misdemeanor.
Right.
Yeah.
Treatment, drug court, and all that stuff. It wouldn't make it a petty because then you're getting consequences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Gallagher criminal defense attorney, also with Minnesota Normal, always likes to go into details about the laws and the illegalities of record expungement and how having it on your record and getting it expunged doesn't actually make it go away. And getting a petty misdemeanor does affect you negatively in relates to cannabis. Yeah, dope.
Yeah. So there is that. They'll be voting at some point here, and I'm sure we'll have a follow-up story. In other news, there's a new study that says, or is asking, can psilocybin tackle alcohol addiction? Which is pretty interesting. And they're doing studies on this. They're looking at things like LSD as well as alternatives for alcohol treatment. I have heard around the bush. Is that what they say? Around the bush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard around the bush that people have been using it for alcohol treatment for some years now. But it's cool to see that they're actually doing scientific studies.
Research on it.
Research, behind it. It says 1 in 12 men and 1 in 25 women have alcohol addiction. So that's around 15 million people in the US with an alcohol problem. In consequence, around 95,000 people a year die from this, which is crazy. It's the third highest cause of death in the US.
True. Either health.
But this is legal.
Exactly.
Like,
just from the deaths, but then think about how many families are destroyed. Think about, I wonder if they did how many domestic assaults and domestic abuse situations happen around alcohol and intoxication,
killings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
people drinking,
suicide,
homicidal, vehicular homicide.
So I think we need to just prescribe mushrooms to everybody.
I think that's a great idea. That's a great start.
No, not cannabis. We need to give them mushrooms. Mushroom coffee, not the mushroom, but the psilocybin one. Psilocybin.
Yeah, so what's kind of fucked up? The psilocybin.
It's psilocybin?
Psilocybin. Like a silly
side
band.
Silly side band.
I did just see this video today that there's like fucking already people, like big corp pharma companies that are putting patents on different psilocybin treatments already.
Oh, they're trying to do
it's like, kind of fucked up.
Sure there is. I'm sure there's a patent on psilocybin already. They got a patent on marijuana already. They've had a patent for a long time. So I don't see a patent anything else. Yeah, it is.
Anyways,
I think it's so weird because at the shop I work at, there's psilocybin gummies.
Oh, psilocybin.
Oh, you know what? My guess would be that they are psilocybin.
The wish version. It doesn't have the action.
No, I did see some like psilocybin chocolate bars at a dispensary, or not a dispensary, a head shop here in Minnesota. I looked at the ingredients and it was just normal, like medicinal mushrooms, not like the. So it had some lion's mane, some chaga, and some reishi.
Okay. So it had the regular. It's the psilocybin. Good morning, Von Larry. Good morning, Joshua Singleton, Facebook user. Good morning. I don't know who it is. I'm sure somebody will tell us. Good morning. Good morning. You got some more for him, Bart?
It just goes on to say that psilocybin hits the same receptors as alcohol, and so like when you have that alcohol addiction, and then you start adding psilocybin in there, you find that the body is able to acclimate better and the mind is able to acclimate better, where it's like, I really don't need a drink, I'm feeling good already. And then it doesn't have the depressive side effects as alcohol does. So really good stuff going on here. I did drop both of the articles in the comments though, if you want to read them.
Does it give you a headache or vomiting?
No, it can give you vomiting depending on how you ingest it. Your stomach and shit.
Ooh. So take it slow.
Yeah.
Just like anything else, man. You gotta kind of fill it out and see how it works for you. But can you die from it? Can you die from mushrooms?
You would have to eat about 4,000 pounds of dried mushrooms to die from it.
Oh, okay. So about as much marijuana.
Yeah, currently in its current state.
Yeah, in its current state, raw dry leaf in its dry leaf form. That's not including, the processed cannabis. Violet. Yeah. So yeah, dope. Psilocybin making its way into the mainstream, but it's already into the mainstream. So I don't know, man. I've been since I was a teenager.
Denver.
It's legal in Denver too. I know for sure. Okay. See.
Yeah. It's a big world out there, man. It's a big world out there for psilocybin. So if you do want to read more about psilocybin and addiction with alcohol, Var did drop those in the chat. We do got some other things coming up this week. Today, if you're active, it's Halloween. So go out and trick or treat or whatever you do. Man, I wish we would have been able to do that event this weekend.
My God.
That shit would have been off the chain, man. It's unfortunate that spot didn't work out, but the weather was perfect for us. Perfect for us. We could have been, you could have worn any costume you wanted. It was like 70 degrees, wasn't it?
It was close to it. It was close to it.
It was hot out there, man. I was thinking it was going to be all cold and chilly. The weather was great, but we do. Right.
Beautiful Indian summer right now.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Okay. Yeah. Good energy. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have that location, but it would have been great. I had a lot of people asking me about it. But we do got something else special coming up. November 4th. You want to come out and hang out with us? We're going to be at the All Things Green event. I think it's sold out. So I'm sorry, I shouldn't even said nothing because we can't even give you a ticket. But there is the Legacy CBD Cup on November 12th. So you can come out November 12th and hang out at us with us. Come stop by our tent, say what's up. I think we'll have some handouts, some free samples and stuff like that. Also, Election Day, November 8th. 9 days?
Yeah.
8 days.
8 days.
We're 8 days away from the big day. If you're not registered to vote, it's okay. Don't panic. You can vote at the polls. Just go on down there. They'll let you vote. If you haven't voted yet, and it's not too late to do early voting, or some people like to wait till election day to get out and vote, but it is election time this year. It's important for you to get out and use your right to vote. Everybody's up for re-election. The House is up for re-election. The Senate's up for re-election. The governor's up for re-election. If we're talking about cannabis legalization specifically, you got to get out and vote. You got to elect legislators that are going to actually change the law. But even outside of that, getting involved in using your right to vote and, speaking up on issues you care about is very important. We talk a lot about marijuana and cannabis because that's what our focus is, but there's so many issues outside of our issue alone. So make sure you do some research. Make sure you get your stuff together. If you're not registered, you can go ahead and register. November 8th, get out to vote. You can vote now if you want to. Election time. Did I forget something? I think that's all the stuff we got going on. We will be doing GOTV. Some of us did start doing GOTV already. Tuesday, we'll be doing some phone banking. So you may get some phone calls from us or some text messages. Huh? What happened?
Fuck, I thought that was today.
Oh, what? GOTV?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it starts tomorrow.
Oh,
but we can start today if we want. Did you tell them it starts today? You told them it starts today.
Yeah, I did tell them.
Well, I guess we're going to start today. But, it's Monday. So, GOTV. So we're getting out the vote. This year is extremely important, especially 2024 is a presidential election. That's going to be a huge year. So we're going to need to kind of get this GOTV down. So if you're interested in GOTV or helping out, please shoot us a message or inbox us. We're looking for volunteers. We're trying to get the process down packed. So when the next election comes around, we're a little bit better prepared and we can get everything set up a little early. This year, we got set up a little late, but we're still doing the best we can. We're going to try to get in contact with something like 50,000 voters to remind you guys to get out to vote. So please, if you get a message from us or a phone call, I know it sucks for people to be reaching out to you, especially right now. You're probably getting messages from every single political party and candidate, but we're just calling to remind you. So it's a reminder. That's it. We ain't asking you for no money. We're just asking you, are you going to vote? And if you're going to vote, man, good luck. I know there's some people that are actually doing rides to the polls. There's some organizations that do that too. I wish I had that information handy so I could share it with you guys, but we'll look into it. Maybe we can get it out later this week. Okay, with that, I don't think we have anything else. Dab and Dave with the weather. Oh,
It'll be nice.
oh,
Back to you.
You guys see his costume he got? Yeah, you see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Happy Halloweener. Anyway, so I think that's all we got for today. Let's see. Decriminalize, not legal. Everybody has their own interpretation, but yeah. I think that's all we got coming up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, short and to the point. I think we're supposed to do some giveaways too this week, so
Yeah.
I'll look for some stuff that we can pick up to give away this week.
I mean, I got a bunch of shit. I'm trying to clean up my garage. I got a desk. It's not finished though. My wife was working on it, but y'all want a desk? We can give that away.
I got some keys. The binding is broke. You got to fix the binding. We're just gonna start giving away everything. We're having
Everything.
It's a giveaway. But yeah, with that, happy Halloween. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early. We try to get around 10 o'clock. So it's 10 o'clock, but stoner time. So expect us around 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock-ish. With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a dope Halloween. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.